So this is my M4 S system. I know it's entitled and comply with UK law. I've already unlocked both sides of the bottom bit of my front handguard just to show you a few things. First off, a couple of websites I have found this on state that it's a Cyma brand, but it's no, I thought it was APS, it's no, it's ASP. Never heard of them, could be a subsidiary of Cyma. But the one thing that has been consistent on the websites I've found this rifle on is they've stated with a 0.2 gram BB on an LPEG plastic gearbox. For those of you that are new to airsoft and don't know what LPEG is, it's a low power electric gearbox gun. But in this case, it's a Marui version 2 LPEG gearbox that's in here. So which means it is fully compatible with any version 2 gearbox out in the market. So if you find like E&C gearboxes, Cyma gearboxes, JG gearboxes, G&G gearboxes, SRC gearboxes, even a Crytek gearbox, hell, it can even take a Polestar Fusion engine, which are all based on, all designs are based on the Marui version 2 gearbox, so that is a straight out bonus. The good thing about the manufacturers of the gun is they give you a unique laser engraved serial number on each rifle. Now, I think it would be easier for me to talk about what's metal on this gun rather than going over all the plastic components, because this gun is ABS plastic. First off, your outer barrel, metal. Inner barrel, metal. Your body pins, including the bolts for them, metal. Your arm for your on the magazine release is metal, so is the spring. The button, unfortunately, is plastic. Plus there's like small body pins or metal bolts for the sur rail, and the flip up rear sight is metal. The mock gas tube that's in there is metal. So that just leaves the plastic components. Flash hider, plastic. Love the Phantom style flash hider. But because I love the Phantom style flash hider, I've not took it off to find out if it's 14mm clockwise or counterclockwise threads, or if it's like my D-Boys PDW where you just unscrew the retention, unscrew the grip screw and slide straight off. Don't know, don't particularly want to find out. Don't want to find out the hard way, just in case it's not a threaded outer barrel, which is more common in a lot of I'd say entry level beginner entry level guns, rather than, because I know a lot of folk are saying like SRC and G&G combat machines are entry level, but to me that's a beginner entry level gun. But it is fairly customizable, which is good. Plastic components, flash hider, sur rail setup, front and the rear iron sight, the rails for the sur rail handguard, upper and lower receiver, obviously gearbox, hop up unit itself, dust catch, trigger guard, your usual one that's always plastic or polymer on any airsoft gun, pistol grip, and LE stock. The buffer tube is a 6-position buffer tube, but it is also ABS plastic. Now, I'm going to get into the pros and cons. But before I do that, I'll go over some of the features that are on this gun that are non-functional, like the forward assist does nothing, apart from being able to be pressed in. Your bolt catch is plastic. Oh yeah, one of the other bits that is definitely metal is your fire selector switch, which actually is very crisp. Swap that around. And it's your usual safe semi and full auto. Your battery goes up in the front handguard here. Which you take off the bottom handguard by undoing those screws. You've got to get the wee line, the groove in them to face the locks to unlock it. Then you can slide it all the way forward or so far forward, then lift off. You've got your typical mini Tamiya connector, but this is something that I found that was unique for one, gun in its price range, two, one that is Maruti version 2 gearbox style, so there's a fuse, which is actually for me is to find, I found that pretty unusual. But yeah, there's that. Now, like I said, the gearbox is a Maruti version 2 style gearbox, so it is replaceable. Same with the hop up. The mag well, you can see I've got my SLC high cap PMag in there, which this is featured in quite a lot of my videos. But yeah, it's a very tight mag well fit. You can see there the plastic gearbox is splitting, which I'll get into. So my hop up that they've got in this, I'll cover right now the downsides before I cover the pros of this gun. First downside is it's cheap plastic sling mounts that did come with this gun that broke, so they've been removed completely. As well know, if you've watched my video about, I've got my CQB 1-point element CQB 1-point sling mount on the rifle. That's it. When I got the gun, there was some rust on some of the body parts, and plus my house being solid concrete, the floors being solid concrete and all that means that when it gets cold and it gets a lot of condensation. But even when I pulled the full metal charging handle, it wouldn't release the dust catch. I actually had to take the body pins out, remove the upper receiver from the lower receiver to pop the dust catch open to be able to access my hop up. Now onto the hop up, because that's another downside. I'm not saying that it's on all of these rifles, but that's a problem I've faced with this rifle here. And like I'm saying, I'm not saying it's in all of them. It's a worthy buy for a gun that is actually customizable internally, as well as some of its selling upgrades. Now, I found the hop up to be broken, because no matter if I put hop up fully on, hop up fully off, it still shoots everywhere and anywhere at once. I could be aiming down my sights and I'll still miss my target, because the hop up is broke. The other downsides is the gearbox is splitting. Yes, as you can show you something through the magazine. Well, again, gearbox is splitting. The trigger pull on it, you get so far and it grinds every single time. The other downside is that plastic buffer tube means I had to remove a big bit of lead from inside the buffer tube to be able to get the sling point on. But which means if you leave the lead out, the gun is totally unbalanced. It's all front heavy because of the full metal outer barrel. But these are things that can easily be rectified. The pros are, now these are the pros now. I did get into the cons, these are the pros. The pros is, it's your typical Marui compatible M4 AAG. What does that mean? I can replace a hop up, I can replace the inner barrel for a tight bore, 363mm, which I will be doing. We're replacing the gearbox, which will be doing, replacing the trigger guard, which will be doing, replacing the pistol grip, which will be doing, replacing the buffer tube, which will be doing, and one of the big pros is because there are several variants, M4 variants, that they have out on the market, and one of them is a rear wired M4 with your typical M4 quad rail. You know, the ones that you take the standard handguard off the M4A1 and you put that, and you can buy the straight replacement for quad rail handguard for it. So, but which means they use the same bodies, because they've actually done that with their M4 variants. So which means this gun is, you can have it front or rear wired, which is good. It's good. Now we'll talk into the pricing point of this weapon. The pricing point of this weapon is roughly about £100 to £130, which would be the same price as like an SRC or a Cyma, or even a Bulldog rebranded SRC, or even an ASG rebranded classic army skirmish line. Why am I going to upgrade this? Because I want to have, I love this sort of rail set, and I want to make it unique to me. So it's my rifle, and pretty much that is it for the review today. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all free to do as long as you've got a YouTube channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.